Check, 1, 2. Alright, this video is going to be on how I personally journal. So I'm going to let you know in order of how I would do it each day. And time management is key when you're trying to journal while you trade, because there's so many hours in your trading session and you want to be able to not lose focus. So I'm going to go over that. And here, let's get right into it. So first, I'd recommend watching my OBS video. It's not titled OBS, it's called Record Your Sessions. So I record my sessions with OBS, and that's the first thing I do. 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the bell rings, or before I start trading, I'll pull up Sierra chart, and just for context, I'll go through each chart, just so when I review the video on a later day, I can see where the higher time frame charts were besides just what the charts are on my screen. I'll hit record, and then I will go to my daily report card, which has a checklist on it. I do my checklist, and I keep them simple now. The point is just to have a goal up top, and it should be a 1% goal, something you should be able to conquer in a week or two, and you grade yourself based on that goal, not P&L. So once I see I've achieved my goal for about 5 good grades, then I move on to the next goal. And then, so I put, did I trade in process? Did I struggle with any part? But the really important parts are, what did you learn on? What did you learn or improve on? And what changes do you need to make? And on a day you did good, on a day you did really good, you'll have to take a deep dive and critical think about what you did wrong, maybe, because you did so well, and vice versa. And you're not supposed to just put, I chased. You need to put an answer and then a solution. So you chased. Why did you chase? Or what can you do to fix chasing? So you'd have to put a solution after. And then this is my template. I would bring that over to here, and this is all extra stuff I'm doing, but really this is the meat of the DRC. But to get back into the order, so I hit record, say I take a trade. I now jot down a couple notes. Great trade, worked out, or just whatever. So I just jot down notes throughout the day. I don't spend my trading session journaling, and then at the end of the day I compile my bullets into notes. And also I watch my footage, I flip through it, and then I finish my report card. My daily report card's probably 20% completed when I'm done trading. So I have my daily report card, which you really don't even need a template for this. This is the template, changes you need to make from today and what you improved on, and then you set a goal with a grade. And so OBS, daily report card, and then a trade journal. Now you can use so many different things: TraderView, TraderSync, Journal Tick, spreadsheets, whatever. Just something to where you can go back on your trades, and also something that shows stats. So I'm gonna go through the different uses I use for TraderSync. What you see is a year-old data, so none of this is new. But so here's this. So on TraderSync, you can view your days through a calendar, see how you did each week, on the month, each day, how many trades, and then you can click on the day, type a note for the day for a journal section. This is the overview tab. It shows your P&L for the timeline. I have it in a line chart. It's standards bar chart. It's got your cumulative return, biggest profit, biggest loss is what I look at, and then I look at average winner to average loser, and then I look at my number of trades, my loser hold time, my winner hold time, and then there's more stats for you. But what I love about it is the graph in the stats, so I can see my biggest loss has gotten smaller, so my losers are getting smaller, whereas my average winners got bigger at that point. my average losers were getting bigger, so that's something that needs to be worked on. So this is a very powerful tool to help you dial in. And then there is a tagging system to where you tag your trades. You can tag setups, mistakes. I have a new tagging system set up where I have to do one of each of these. How many attempts on the setup? It's either a 1 or 2 or a 3. 3 strikes, you're out. And then 1 entry tag, so entry good, entry early, entry late, entry not sure. And this is not hindsight, this is in the moment how I felt. And then an exit tag, exit good, exit early, exit late, or exit not sure. And then an end result tag, target hit, cut by hand win, cut by hand loss, cut by hand break even, or stop hit, because you should not let your hard stop hit every time on losers. You should cut by hand if needed, if the EV goes down. And then I added extra tags like runners to see if my runners were hitting how often, because I'll show you in a moment. You get your percentages and everything, how much I leave on the table, let green turn red, gave back, things like that. But so it lists each trade. It shows that on a trading view chart. It does take 1 or 2 days after you import it to populate the chart only with your fills on it. And then you can put down here notes, which is really handy. You'll see why in a second. Pardon me. Long story short, I paste in each trade's notes that's worthy of revisiting the timestamp from a YouTube video's trade. So I'd go to the YouTube video of a good trade, click the timestamp of it, which if you watch my OBS video, when you use the timestamp generator, it offsets it by 10 seconds. So when you click this, the order gets filled in 10 seconds. So we get some context. I'd hit share, start at here, and I would paste it in here. So now, whenever I want to revisit it, it's right here, the footage of the trade. And this is especially convenient for top winners or top losers that you want to revisit, and you'll see why in a moment. So when you go to overview, when you go to your dashboard, you can sort it by the return. You can go through all of your biggest winners and what's in each one, the footage links. So this can be my really old chart book, so they're dark and ugly, so don't mind, but look it. So it's gonna link me right here right away to a trade. I'm just fast forwarding through it. And there's the gist of that. So that's how I use that for. I link OBS between YouTube as a cloud, and then I use it for timestamps, and then I put it in the description of my trade in my trade journal. And then I tag setups, and then entry tags, entry exit tags. And then there's setups and mistakes, which you see here. This is where you get your stats, your tag stats. You go to setups and you can sort it, you can sort it by win percentage, number of trades. So I can see here, these are the most trades I've taken of each setup and the least. So I can see my win percentage of each setup. When the DOM stacks, 60% win rate, good entry, 77% win rate. So I did this over 4 or 5 months to see if I was profitable, if I had any edge. And this told me I did. But I wasn't profitable at the time really, so that told me it was more of an execution error that I had to dig into rather my setups. And then you can see here, you know, your different setups over bars, what's yielding more, the amount you used and so that's also really cool. And then there is the journal where you can type in here's each day. You can type in each day how you did that day. But yeah, that's about it. So let me do a recap. So I start my morning with my checklist really quick. Turn on OBS 5-10 minutes before. and then I show OBS and speak on the mic to stay alert at the wheel, and when I review, I know I have context. I speak to the mic even if I'm talking to myself, and I show the OBS screen, the high time frame charts, what my bias is, my game plan, and then I trade, and I speak out loud to OBS, what setups I see, what I see, and then I'll jot down notes on here on my daily report card, and then end of day, upload my trades, watch my footage really quick, and finish my daily report card. And then at the end of each week, I skim very quickly through each report card and write common themes, good and bad. And then after that, I tally them up, and this is only from 2 weeks of data. I've done it a few other times. Once you get to 4 to 6 weeks, you really start to see what the common themes are. So for this 2 week period, I was very good at being selective on my trade picking, great at longs because shorts were my weakness, and I had great patience, which are all progress for me at that time. And my biggest problems were being distracted, having too big of losses. I was using too big a size, and I hesitated. So if you want to find what you're doing wrong, or what is affecting you to make wrong decisions, this is a great technique, and it's very simple. This right here. So yeah, I don't want to make this too long. I like to keep these videos short, so you guys watch the entire thing. But yeah, hang on 1 second. I did want to show you guys TraderSync is on sale right now, so there will be a link below. There is a free trial in that link as well. So yeah, I hope you guys have a great night, and thank you.